There are 16 ways to submit. Not better or worse, not right or wrong, just different. Some submissives need emotional depth. Some need strict rules. Some need intellectual challenge. Some need pure sensation. For years I've been creating hypnotic audios for submissives, and I have noticed something fascinating. The same audio that puts one person into blissful trance leaves another completely cold. It's not about the audio, it's about the person. So I developed a system, a way of understanding the different types of submission based on how your mind naturally works. Today, I am going to walk you through all 16 archetypes. Listen to each one, see which resonates, and at the end, I'll show you how to take the full test to discover your archetype and get personalized audio recommendations. Let's begin. If you sense your dominant's need before they are ever spoken, you absorb everything, their mood, their tension, their unspoken desires. You've been told you're too sensitive for this lifestyle, but your intuition is actually your greatest gift. In my archetype system, you are the pet, not childish, but deeply attuned, devoted. You crave that profound connection where you're truly seen by your dominant. Based on your type, the test recommends audios from my library that work best for intuitive, emotionally attuned subs. Deep emotional trance that honors your sensitivity while helping you surrender completely. If you don't just serve, but inspire, you bring creativity, spontaneity, and joy to your submission, but rigid structures make you wilt. You need room to express, to surprise your dominant with new ways of devotion. This makes you the Muse archetype. You're not flaky, but you're creatively devoted. You need a dominant who appreciates inspiration as much as obedience. The right hypnosis for you doesn't box you in, it unlocks you. Trance that fuels your creativity while deepening your surrender, being someone's endless inspiration. If you can't just follow orders and you need to feel the meaning behind them, empty protocols drain you. When a command lacks heart, you feel your spirit wither. Your submission has to feel authentic, beautiful, deeply personal. This makes you the dreamer archetype. You're not difficult, you are idealistic. You need your devotion to matter. Hypnosis for you is poetry for the subconscious, suggestions that resonate with your values, trance that feels like coming home to yourself while giving yourself away. If you live for sensation, action, the thrill of the moment, boring routines kill your submission. You need variety, intensity, spontaneity. If it's not exciting, you check out, even if you don't want it. This makes you the toy archetype, not shallow but alive, present, playful. You need a dominant who can match your energy. You need the hypnosis that matches your tempo, dynamic, engaging trance that keeps you guessing, being played with like the favorite toy you are. If you're the type of sub who secretly thinks you could run the scene better than your dominant, you have a strategic mind. You notice inefficiencies. You have tried serving before, but you often end up managing things yourself, because if you want something done right, do it yourself. There's an archetype for subs like you. In the system I use, it's called the drone. Not because you're mindless, but because You become a perfectly calibrated instrument when you finally meet a dominant strong enough to utilize you. Based on your type, the test recommends ideas for strategic subs who crave precise, purposeful utilization, deep trance that honors your strategic mind while helping you experience the relief of pure, precise execution. If you serve by nurturing your dominant's entire world, you naturally manage emotions, smooth conflicts, create harmony. But sometimes you give so much that you forget to receive. Your submission becomes invisible labor. There's an archetype for this, the caretaker. You need a dominant who sees your nurturing as the gift it is, and who gives it back to you. Hypnosis for you reminds you caretaking is a form of submission, but only when it's received with appreciation. Trance that helps you receive while you give. If you live to delight your dominant, you're warm, performative, joyful, expressive. You need an audience for your devotion, someone who laughs at your jokes, appreciates your spontaneity, and lets you shine while you serve. This makes you the entertainer archetype, not attention-seeking but generous with your joy. Your submission is a gift of presence. Hypnosis for you celebrates your nature, trance that channels your performative energy, suggestions that feel like applause in your mind, being the entertainer who finally feels seen. If your mind is your most sensitive erogenous zone, you need a dominant who can intellectually challenge you. Simple commands bore you, repetitive protocols make you check out. You want someone who enjoys unraveling how you think. This makes you what I call the puzzle archetype. Not difficult for the sake of being difficult, but because your submission deepens when your mind is genuinely engaged. The right hypnosis for you doesn't shut off your thoughts, it gives them somewhere to go. Layered suggestions, puzzles within trance, surrender through stimulation. If your body is art waiting to be shaped, you experience submission through sensation, beauty, aesthetics, the way you present yourself, the sensory details of service. You need a dominant who sees you as their living artwork. This makes you the canvas archetype, not passive but receptive, sensitive, beautiful. Your submission is an offering of self-expression. Hypnosis for you is sensory and visual. Trance that paints on your subconscious. Suggestions that feel like colors and textures, being transformed into something beautiful. If you do not need words, but just need action, you express submission through hands-on service, fixing things, building things, solving practical problems. Long, abstract discussions about feelings, not your style. This makes you the tool archetype, that's used but utilized, capable, versatile. Hypnosis for you is practical, grounded, sensory, trance that works through your body, suggestions that feel like tools in your mind, being the first tool your dominant reaches for. If you're a leader in every other area of your life, you need a dominant stronger than you. Not someone who breaks your spirit, but someone who channels your drive. You've tried serving softer dominance. It never lasts. There's an archetype for subs like you. I call it the commander's sub. You're not looking to be controlled by just anyone. You're looking for someone worthy of your surrender. Hypnosis for you is structured, ambitious, goal-oriented. Deep trance that respects your intensity while rewiring your need to be in charge. If your dominant has ever called it talking back, but you call it engagement, you push buttons, you test boundaries, you keep them on their toes, and sometimes they don't understand that your debate is actually foreplay, not defiance. This makes you the debater archetype. You need mental sparring to feel truly submissive. A dominant who can match your wit earns your devotion. Hypnosis for you isn't about shutting up, it's about channeling that energy. Trance that lets your mind play while your body obeys, being silenced in the most delicious way. If rules are not constraints to you, but freedom. You thrive on structure, protocol, clear expectations. Chaos unsettles you. You need to know exactly what's expected, and then you execute with precision. This makes you the soldier archetype, not cold, but steadfast, reliable. You find peace in order and purpose in duty. Hypnosis for you reinforces the protocols you love, deepening your dedication, helping you become the soldier your dominant can count on. If you remember what everyone else forgets, your dominant's coffee temperature, which side they prefer, the small comforts that makes their day better. You notice everything, but often go unnoticed yourself. There's an archetype for this, the servant, not degrading, but devoted, attentive. You express submission through practical, loving care. You need hypnosis that validates your attention to detail while helping you receive the appreciation you deserve. Trance that honors the servant's heart. If you organize everyone else, but wonder who organizes you, you're the one who manages schedules, enforces rules, keeps things running. You need a dominant who can out-organize you, who sees your competence and appreciates it, not resents it. This makes you the executive archetype. You're not controlling, you're capable. You need someone who lets you rest from managing. Hypnosis helps you release the need to be in charge. Trance that lets you experience what it's like to have someone else handle everything for once. If you serve by bringing people together, you create community around your dominant, welcoming others, managing social dynamics, making sure everyone feels included. This makes you the host archetype. You're not superficial, but you're connective. Your submission expresses itself through hospitality and warmth. The right hypnosis helps you balance giving to others with receiving for yourself. Trance that replenishes you and reminds you that you're part of the community too. So, which one resonated? Maybe you recognized yourself in one, maybe in several. That's normal. Most people have a primary archetype and secondary influences. The truth is, you can't always tell just by listening. That's why I created a free 2-minute test. It asks you simple questions about how you serve, what you crave, what drains you, and based on your answers, it identifies your submissive archetype. Then, it recommends specific hypnotic audios which your type might resonate with. Link is in the description below. Take the test, discover your archetype, and finally find the audios that actually work for you. Thanks for watching. Now, go take the test. See you soon.